Welcome to my channel Living Librarian. I'm your host Dave. I'll be sharing knowledge about consciousness, spirituality, and life. Stay tuned.
On this. So it's a good thing that's happening because now that's why it's going fast, right? So now what are the characters of 5D Earth and 5D humans? So what are we trying to see when we move from this 3D, 4D Earth to 5D? So ourselves as well as the Earth, right? So the foundation of this reality is formed based on love. So so that is the main criteria to move to 5D. It's love. So that's the basis, the love coming from your heart to everyone, to everything. So that is the main requirement to move to that next level, right? So when we move to that level, we come to know who we are and what we have connection with everything and everyone. And we come to know all the timelines, ourselves incarnated in all the timelines, our past, present, or future. So we come to know that level. So that's our next characteristic of this 5D human. So, and then we'll be working in unity rather than separation. So we'll be in peace and harmony rather than what we are seeing right now. There's a lot of wars going on. People are literally fighting each other. Nations are fighting each other. All this is going to be gone. So that's a new requirement for 5D Earth, right? So will we start operating from heart rather than our mind? That's very important, right? So mind can think, the mind, it has that egoistic characteristic, right? So that can behave in a certain way. Are you going to listen to your mind? Or are you going to listen to your heart? That's the main thing you need to understand. So these things that we have to keep change right now based on these conditions, then okay, we should work on this to move to the next level, right? So always listen to your heart rather than your mind. That's important. So based on that, you get heightened sense of perception, intuition, and deep knowledge. That is going to be a natural state. And telepathy will become the mode of communication. So you don't even have to talk each other. Literally, we don't need to have this Google phone call, Zoom calls, and all the stuff, right? Literally, we can communicate each other without doing anything, just telepathy. So that's why I think I see that right now we are in that information age where there's a lot of things going on in the corporate world, where people data privacy, right? So people want to protect their data. They don't want their information to be passed on to the public, right? So if you see the other way scenario, that's happening right now because your data is everywhere. Right now, we just saw an example that during this conversation, I saw a balloon coming out. How did they got the information for the birthday, right? So it's all public. It's been. So you cannot hide anything during this ascension period. You cannot hide anything because ultimately the goal is to become more transparent, right? Because what I'm saying and what I'm thinking is totally two different, then what will happen? You're not in alignment. So if two people are talking and if one is he doesn't like that person even though he has to because he's there. So he's saying good things in his mind is thinking bad things. So he's not in alignment. So we don't know. So now what will happen now? So it's all transparent. So you don't even have to talk. As soon as you see that person, you come to know who they are. It's all energy based. So that in order to prepare that, maybe this data privacy, whatever we are facing in this world right now, it's preparing for that. There's nothing to hide. Everything will be all public going forward. So you have to think in that way. So ultimately, we'll become light body. So ultimately, our body right now is carbon based, which is more dense. So when we move to that 5D human, we become more lighter. and it will be all silicon based body, and it will be far lighter than what we have right now. Right? So we become more flexible and malleable. So apart from past, present, future, we can also move around the timelines and other dimensions parallel reality. So this is where right now you don't know your past, you don't know your future. So when you are at that 5D human level in 5D Earth, you know your past, all your incarnations. You know your future incarnations as well. And you can move around with those dimensions and realities. You have that capability. Right? So from the Earth perspective, there's no corruption, manipulation of controls of any humans, right? And there's no pollution. There'll be a lot of natural resources, vibrant colors. The entire planet will be like a utopia, I can say. So these are the things that we are going to gain by moving to the next level.
Right.
Right. So there'll be new colors, sounds, textures, unimaginable amount of more than you think. Okay. Right. So at this moment.
Right.
Oh. So full transparency, nothing can be done. That's what I was talking about, right?
Right.
So you'll come to know exactly as soon as you see the person. He doesn't have to tell you whether he's telling the truth or the false.
Yes. Yes.
So at the energetic level, you have a strong energetic level. So we have 7 chakras, right, in our body. So you'll have more energetical chakras, which will be hovering around your energy fields. So you'll have more energetical. So I think I'll come. Yeah, I'll come to this one. I think there's one class on this. I'll tell you at the time. But at least you know that within your physical body, you have this aura and you have this chakra system, right? So that is going to be expanding. Right. So just remember that part.
Right.
And then
Regarding
we're all
transparency that you were saying, I just remembered that one time I was having a discussion on spirituality with my father-in-law, and he does meditation. And he has changed a lot over the years, calmed himself down, and he told me that, you know, if you get into the habit of calming your mind down, calming yourself, and then doing meditation, slowly you will realize that when you talk to somebody, you have a discussion, you will be able to see right past through that person, and then you can tell what that person is thinking or whether the person is speaking through that transparency you will gain through all that.
Yep.
Very interesting.
Literally.
That's in line with what you are saying.
Yep. All this will come up. So that's what we are in the transition period right now. That's what is happening.
Yeah.
Right. So we are part of galactic community. That's what I was talking about, right? Right now, we think that we are alone in this universe. No, life is there everywhere in this galaxy itself. There are billions of planets, billions of life around this planet, around this galaxy alone. Right? Imagine there's so many galaxies in this universe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So imagine not just universe, the multi-universe.
Yes,
Imagine that concept.
exactly. I
So
just can't imagine. Yeah.
yeah, so you can't even imagine, right?
Yeah.
So I think in the future what will happen is we'll become part of that galactic community. Like how we have this UN, United Nations, for the entire world, right? Here in this planet. Similarly, there's a galactic community for this entire galaxy.
Right.
So we'll become part of that member. Right now there are people, but we are not. We don't. Right now we are just alone in this alone in this galaxy, thinking we are all alone. So there's a broken chain link between the galactic and us.
So there might be so many that are already part of that community, and there might be so many that are not.
Yeah.
So
So I'll tell you this once at the advanced level, what are those galactic communities are, because there's one class on that as well. So I'll give you a lot of information on that part.
Sounds good.
So what changes are we seeing today? Right? Based on whatever the ascension is going on, what other changes are we seeing today?
Yeah.
So right now we are in the transition period.
Right.
Right. So we are bombarded with the 3D reality, what's going on.
Hmm.
and the 5D reality, what we are expecting to see in the future. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So our life is between these two. Right now, it's going up and down.
Yes,
Sometimes
that's right.
you can see based on your emotions, you can see based on your reality what's going on. Right?
Right.
You feel so
Right.
happy one day, and you see literally, wow, what happened? Something has changed. You can see
Hmm.
literally. So at that time,
Yes.
you are in that 5D. You are almost there in that 5D earth. You are reacting
Yes,
in that
that's
way,
right.
and suddenly you sometimes you come back. Oh
Yes,
my
there is
God, what's going on?
instability. So there's,
Instability,
yeah, yeah,
right? So
yeah.
that's what it's going on. We are in the transition period where we are going up and down always. So at
Hmm.
certain time, you just go up. That's it. You're done with this 3D.
Hmm.
So that's what is going on right now. What things are we seeing
Right.
today,
Right.
right? So ultimately, if you want to move from 3D to 5D Earth, see the level of emotions that we need, the level of
Right.
all this you need to take out from your entire system. So
Yes.
you should have love, harmony, compassion. That's the path you need to take
Hmm.
to move to that next level
Hmm.
and eliminate all those lower level of vibrations such as
Hmm.
jealousy, all of hate, and all this. Right, you need to eliminate
Hmm.
from your system.
Hmm.
So that's the thing that you need to write in the exam.
Right.
What I said earlier, right?
Yeah.
So this exam period and all the test is given by people you meet in your life right now. And
Right.
how are you reacting to each of those?
Yes.
So that will tell you exactly how we are doing it. So now you have
Right.
a requirement, you know the requirement,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what is the answer right now. So
Hmm.
now how are you going to behave in the society?
Right.
So that's what. So in order to move from 3D to 5D Earth, this is
Mm-hmm.
the path you need to take.
Right.
Love, compassion, peace, unity. That's what it's
Hmm.
going to work because that 5D Earth requirement is that you have to.
Hmm.
See, the thing is, the particular, even not only Earth, even the planet is moving from
Yes.
3D to 5D, right?
Yes.
So when it is moving, even that is evolving as well. So
Yes.
Earth had a opportunity to move 1,000 years back from 3D to 5D.
Uh-huh.
At that time, the Earth didn't move just because the people on that planet, they were not evolved at that time. They were not ready to move.
Yeah.
So because of that, Earth stayed.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it want even the inhabitants to move. So it
Hmm.
stayed back without ascension.
Right.
Now
Right.
again it is coming back, the same situation. Now the earth has decided it's not going to stay for the inhabitants, it's going to move. It's going to
Hmm.
evolve to 5D.
Hmm.
So now it becomes an opportunity for us whether you want to come along with the earth or you want to go to something,
Hmm.
right? That's what is
Hmm.
happening. So what you need to do in order to move to the 5D.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to surrender your 3D identity,
Hmm.
right? So you
Hmm.
know that you're not just this 3D body, you are more
Hmm.
than that.
Hmm.
So you need to integrate your divine self within you right now. That's the
Hmm.
main thing.
Hmm.
As you understand that divine self which is within you, then you know that you are more than this human. Yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
human. You are
Hmm.
more. You are like a god,
Hmm.
right? That's what you
Mm-hmm.
need to think. So let go all the physical
Hmm.
accomplishment,
Hmm.
pride, status in this world. These
Right.
attachments will hold you back,
Right.
right? All this, that's what
Mm-hmm.
we are. Ultimately, we were aiming for all this stuff initially.
Yes. Yes.
So now you need to let go of all these attachments.
Yes. Yes.
So become unified with everyone and
Right.
everything. So
Yeah.
ultimately, unity consciousness will work,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
the separation,
Right.
right? So
Yeah.
we need to think we are all one, including
Right.
everything. Everything is one.
Right.
At that level, if you think, then it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter who that person is, what that object is, what it is. It's all part of you,
Right.
and you're all connected through energy.
Right.
Literally, you're connected through energy basis, but we don't
Yes,
see
that's
because
right.
we
Yeah.
think as a solid, we think as separation, right?
Right.
At an energetical level, it's all connected.
Yeah, Dave, only 1.5 minutes are remaining.
Yeah, we'll log back again. I have
Okay.
two more slides,
Okay.
right? Once if it cuts down, right, we'll log back again.
Yes. Yes.
So discard all the false
Right.
ideas and beliefs that no longer required. So that's
Mm.
a belief that we have from childhood, from past lives, all the beliefs
Yes.
that we have, that
Yeah.
limited beliefs, right? You need to
Yeah.
discard all the stuff.
Yeah.
So based on this new knowledge, you can put a belief which aligns with that new knowledge, which aligns with the source.
Right.
So that is what is required. So no longer respond from the place of worry, fear, and doubt. That's, I think you have been experiencing a lot on this. So don't respond based on that fear, worries, or doubt, or that hateness when you're reacting with other people, right? So those things. So raise your vibration and frequency by healing all your unresolved emotions and traumas. So whatever traumas we had, we need to raise from that. So take out all those traumas, literally drain it out. You don't need anymore because now you have a new understanding. So that trauma, it would have been healed now, right? So go forward with that. I think let's log back
Yeah, let's
again.
log in. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you need to raise your frequency and vibration. That's what ultimate goal is, right? So meditate. So start meditating
There you
and
go.
maintain that vibration all the time.
Right.
And then try to be a service to each other without any expectation. That's very important. So we expect a lot
Yes.
from someone, right?
Yes, we
If we do
do.
something, we expect a lot. So forget
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Without any expectation, just
Yeah.
be a service. So
Yeah.
so to give a good example, right? What we spoke a few minutes back. If somebody asks for help and I'm not in a mood to help, that's fine. So I can say no, I'm busy. But the other person should take that responsibility. Okay, that's fine. There shouldn't be any emotions in that carrying.
Right.
So
Right.
that's very important. So
Right.
is at that particular time, I think the belief is that okay, I have to do something else. I'm not in the mood to do this. So the people's mind, right? Every time it keeps changing. So they want to do something. This one, there might be new subject they're interested. They want to do something else, right? At that time, something comes up and they want to do this one, and suddenly somebody asks for help. They cannot do it. That's fine. So we have to think in that way without any expectation,
Right.
anything, and we shouldn't drain our emotions also.
Right.
So live life as if you are in a 5D.
Right.
So you must imagine, start imagining that you are in 5D right now. Act
Right.
accordingly. That's it.
Right.
So literally that imagination will bring you results fast.
That's right.
So keep your energy fields
Right.
clear, always aligned to the source.
Right.
Right? Always.
Right.
So reunite and become one with Gaia. So when we say Gaia, it's nothing but Earth. Right? So we call Gaia. So it's a new name, I think.
Yeah.
Usually maybe a old one which Gaia never used it, but actually Earth is Gaia. That's what it is. So stop polluting, recycle, preserve nature in all its form. So all this taking care of the planet ultimately the goal is, right? So okay, so ascension is there, something is going on, we know what the ascension is. So do you see any symptoms? Like there might be some symptoms that you might be feeling because of ascension,
Right.
right? So what are those symptoms we're talking about, right? So you try to withdraw. These are the things which is happening for me right now. All this are right. So withdraw from a lot of physical responsibilities, such as not running around behind power, money, etc. You feel as though you don't belong here anymore. That's what you feel. That is the symptoms because of ascensions, right? So now, literally earlier, maybe 10, 15 years back, I was running around with money, or I need a lot of more positions in the company and all the stuff, right? Literally dropped out. Right now, you can see I'm not interested at all, right? So those are things that you see the symptoms starting. So you want to be away from crowd, away from city. You want to have a simple life and more aligned to the nature. You feel in that way, right? So those are symptoms will tell you. So you always want to be the same frequency of people that resonates with you. So you literally you cannot attract people. Earlier used to be like okay party and all the stuff, right? And we used to enjoy. So
Mm.
now suddenly you see that it doesn't interest you anymore.
Mm.
So you resonate with people who are in this particular whatever you're
Mm.
emanating your frequency. So basically,
Mm.
if you're in ascension period, basically your knowledge is expanding and you want to be in that same level with the same type of
Mm.
people. That's what you
Mm.
feel. So that is one of
Mm.
the symptoms. So not interested in pursuing any 3D social media or news that lowers your vibration.
Mm.
So that I think it's been almost 10, 15 years. I
Mm.
stopped watching news because news is like a box which will help you to raise your lower
Yeah.
vibrations. That's
Yes.
the goal of the.
Yeah.
So why do you
Yeah.
watch those?
Yeah.
Because you should focus on your stuff rather than getting
Mm.
information from there and then trying to lose your
Mm.
all your
Mm.
emotions and all of it, right? What's the point,
Right. Mm-hmm.
right? So there'll be some energetic upgrade using temporary physical symptoms such as headache, digestive problems, etc. So there might be some minor tweakings in your systems because now even your body is changing because of the high frequency energy
Yeah.
that is coming, right? So that will have a little bit of a effect on your physical body as well, right?
Mm.
You might see lighter headaches, all those physical issues, small minor stuff,
Mm.
right? So
Mm.
that is changing your body structure to the new structure that it
To
needs,
adapt to the new structure. Yes. Yeah.
right? So you'll have urge to change your diet plan. So you become more organic and natural diet. So all this
Mm.
artificial thing that we used to
Mm.
do, eat, everything, your structure,
Mm.
entire structure will change. We'll become more natural diet
Mm.
plans and all the stuff that we do.
Mm.
So those are things that we have to take care of it on
Mm.
our organic level. It's our time show the need and effort to clear emotions. So this is
Mm.
emotions, right? So
Mm.
there'll be a lot of turbulence because this is a time. It needs the
Mm.
turbulence because
Mm.
you might have a lot of dirt. It has to come
Right.
out, and
Right.
you see that up and down people are bombarding with all those emotions coming in, right?
Yes.
So that tells you that okay, there's a lot of turbulence right now, but I have the knowledge to clear all this stuff. I know how to
Mm.
react, right?
Mm.
So those turbulence that you see, that pattern, so
Mm.
those pattern will tell you okay, I have turbulence as well, I have to clear it out. So I know it's a symptom,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a good thing as well because that will help you to clear all this stuff, all the dirt.
Mm. Mm.
So how ascension is going to play out, right? It's very important how it is going to play out. So there are different scenarios. So it can play out in various scenarios. So we don't know. Nobody knows that. That's
Mm.
why everybody's watching right now, right?
Mm. Mm.
So one from 3D to 5D, literally our physical body can change, and we are
Mm.
literally in 5D.
Mm.
It can happen. That's
Right.
what some says, right? So other ways we can die,
Mm.
go to our spiritual world, and then
Mm-hmm.
again reborn in the 5D earth,
Right.
right?
Right.
So other people who dies at that
Mm-hmm.
time, if people are not ready for 5D earth,
Mm.
then they cannot move to earth
Mm.
because earth is already 5D. So
Mm.
whatever the game, whatever the life that they want to play around still
Mm.
3D, then they have to go to a particular planet which is still operating in 3D.
Oh.
So they cannot come back to earth anymore
Mm.
because earth is already in 5D level.
Mm.
So now
Right.
those souls who still want to play that 3D level
Mm.
life, they have to move to some other planet.
Mm.
So these are the three scenarios right now.
Mm.
So anything we don't know,
Right.
right? So
Nice. Mm.
so that's it. So this
Oh,
is all
nice.
about ascensions,
Yeah. Very good.
right?
Yeah.
So let me stop the sharing. Stop the